It's possible to solo the entire Deep Stone Crypt Raid, and in this video, I'll break down why this is possible and how you can attempt it for yourself. If you find yourself enjoying this video, please subscribe. Only a small percentage of you are actually subscribed, and I'd really appreciate it if you did. Before we get into the guide, I want to be transparent. Everything in this video is very difficult to pull off. In fact, while it is theoretically possible to solo the whole raid, to my knowledge, no one has ever completed it. Specifically the third encounter. This is for many reasons. You have all enemies targeting you at most times, you have to fulfill all the mechanics by yourself, and in some encounters you have to rely heavily on luck. So while this video is to inform you of how you can complete each and every encounter, I mainly wanted to make this video for entertainment and to encourage the community to achieve what was originally thought to be impossible. Future Marshix here. As of a few hours ago, from when I'm recording this, the third encounter has been officially soloed, so that's definitive proof that this whole raid can be done solo using these methods. Also, I will be using some clips from other creators in the community, so after this video, please go check them out in the description down below and watch their full runs. I'm going to assume you know the basic mechanics of the raid, so load up the Deep Stone Crypt and do the beginning as normal. Kill everything in the first room, then go through the snowstorm. This is the exact same as if you were in a team, except you don't have to stand at the door for 20 minutes while you wait for your friend who doesn't know how to drive a Sparrow. If you saw any of the solo strategies where you jump in and out of the map, throw all that knowledge away because they patched the out of bounds spots, at least the important ones. And now we need to do things a little bit different, and we're going to be relying on a couple of glitches for this. The first glitch we're using is the finisher glitch. With certain finishers equipped, if you stand still after finishing an enemy, it will give you the joining allies prompt. The finishers I know that work are the silencing shot and gladiator's blade rush, but I've heard there are more. If you know of any others that do work, please let us know down in the comments. This glitch can be used to teleport to the light side from any part of the map, and also remove your augments when you otherwise couldn't. This will become more apparent in a bit. Another glitch we're using is, well, I don't have a name for it, but whenever you stand by the right door on the dark side, the doors can either randomly open or spawn a wave of enemies and then open. With those out of the way, here's how the encounter works. The loadout you need is Bastion, an Ikelos or Seraph weapon for Warmind cells, and a Falling Guillotine. Start on dark side, then immediately deposit op back into the terminal. Kill the scanner guy and pick it up. Read for dark side, then kill the captains and servitor, and anything else that spawns. Warmind cells work great for this. At some time during that, walk close to the door that we were talking about before and clear ads until the doors open themselves. When they open, hurry over to the light side, kill the captains and the servitor, maybe clear some ads with Warmind cells, and then read for the light side. By this point, you should know the 4 panels that you need, so you need to get rid of scanner. Do this by doing the finisher glitch on one of the enemies on light side. When you teleport back, you'll be able to pick up operator out of the terminal. Go to the underneath section and shoot 3 of the panels that you need. For the 4th panel, lure an enemy to you and finish it to start the joining allies glitch. At the very last second, shoot the final panel. This will start DPS and you'll teleport to the light side. Now here's where the RNG comes into play. You have to guess the tubes. Well, you'll have to guess 4 of them. Shout out to Esoteric for this, because I saw this in his solo run, but if you come over here to dark side and grab scan again, you can see through one of the glass floors. This allows you to see if the dark left or dark mid tubes are active. There's still a decent amount of RNG involved in this, but this strat will definitely make it more doable. DPS with your Bastion and try to get 3 of the tubes. If you survived, repeat the entire process. Read for dark, clear ads, read for light, clear ads, finisher glitch, grab op and go down, start DPS, and hopefully you'll guess the right tubes. I don't expect anyone to do this without a lot of wipes, so if you do, congrats. Atraks doesn't rely too much on RNG, but it's still one of the most difficult parts of the raid. Your loadout here will be anything with ricochet rounds, a special grenade launcher, and Lament. I'll recommend 7th Seraph Carbine with ricochet to enable Warmind cells, and a Truth Teller with auto-loading holster. I won't go over armor too in depth, but definitely run Global Reach, Lucent Blade, Supercharged, and Taking Charge. Start the encounter on the bottom floor, kill all the shanks and red bars as fast as you can. Servitors will spawn. Kill them all and locate operator. Go ahead and pick that up and finish off any servitors that are left. Send up the far right elevator by shooting the panel, then take the far left elevator. The reason we use the far sides are because they're the closest to the cleansing rooms, and that extra half a second is almost needed for this. When you get to the top floor, go ahead and kill 2 servitors and open up all 4 airlock rooms. Once those are open, kill the final servitor. This will start damage phase, and immediately you'll realize you don't have a scanner. No, don't worry, you don't have to guess. There's actually a really cool trick you can use to bypass scanner. If you get a direct hit on one of the Atraks clones with your grenade launcher, you may or may not see the health bar take damage. If you don't see damage, it's obviously not that one. If you do see damage, that's the right one. The reason this works is because you have to do a certain amount of damage to the boss before it will stop the wipe mechanic. It just so happens that our grenade launcher takes 3 shots to deal that much damage. 2 if you use spike grenades. Keep that bit of knowledge in mind. So you've shot the boss and determined which one is real. Element time. DPS using the revved 3 light attacks, then 1 heavy attack combo. Then pick up the replication and quickly go to the nearest airlock. This is where our ricochet rounds become mandatory. Stand up against a wall inside the airlock and shoot slightly above eye level at the wall. If you did it correctly, since you are the operator, you will shoot the replication off your head and the airlock will take care of it. You don't have much time here, so go as fast as possible. Take one of the elevators to the bottom floor and do the same thing for damage. Shoot them with your grenade launcher until you find one that takes damage. DPS with the lament. Grab the replication and go back up. This is where it gets extra scuffed. Shoot the clones and then find the real one. Instead of damaging with lament, you either want to shoot it again with your grenade launcher or throw a grenade. Just make sure you deal enough damage to stagger the boss. Yes, you'll be missing out on damage, but this will give you an extra few seconds to remove your replication at the closest airlock. So do that, then pick up the new replication. You won't have enough time to remove it, so hurry to an elevator and deal with that later. Find the real boss and damage with lament. Head to one of the far elevators and refresh your replication using your ricochet rounds. Grab the second replication and do the same thing. Make sure you refresh both of them so you have enough time to take them both back upstairs. Grab one, go up, refresh it as close as you can to that elevator. Immediately go back down and grab the other one. Refresh that while you're down there, then head up. Juggle the balls to the nearest room. You can even kick them around if needed. Make sure you get rid of both of these at the same time. And that's a full phase. You just have to do that one more time. It's exactly the same, except you won't have enough time to deal with the servitors on bottom until you get there for damage. After doing another full cycle of damage, he should be very low health. Lucky for us, we really want the final damage phase to end on the top floor. So go ahead and start a third damage phase and push it to the final stand. Grab the replication and juggle it until final stand actually begins. Shoot them with your grenade launcher to find the correct one. Damage with lament and move to the next. Don't worry about the replications. If this is done correctly, you should have enough time to kill the boss before the replications kill you. Do this until it's dead. This should only take 2 or 3 lament combos to finish him off. If you manage to follow all of that, congratulations, you have done one of the most difficult challenges in the game right now. Continue through the jumping section as normal. The third encounter of the raid is extremely difficult and requires a lot of luck, but it is 100% possible. Remember the finisher glitch from first encounter? Well, we'll be using that a lot for this encounter. If you skip the first encounter guide, here's a quick explanation of the glitch. If you use certain finishers inside of encounters that have joining allies out of bounds, you can finish an enemy and stand still to trigger joining allies. You can shoot, but if you move at all or get pushed, the joining allies prompt will disappear. Here's what you'll need in your loadout. Either Anarchy or Wither Horde, an Ikelos or Seraph weapon to spawn Warmind cells, and something to take out captains easily. If you decide to use Wither Horde, use Falling Guillotine, or if you use Anarchy, run a good kinetic shotgun. Mods you will want will be Global Reach, Wrath of Rasputin, and Rage of the Warmind. This combination of mods will allow you to shoot Warmind cells, and as long as you get 5 kills with that explosion, another Warmind cell will spawn. You'll also want mods that help keep you alive, such as Fireteam Medic, Warmind's Protection, Protective Light, and anything else along those lines. You'll also need Top Tree Dawnblade so you can Icarus dash around the map fast enough to grab certain bombs. Start the encounter and find the suppressor buff. Grab it and clear enemies using a combination of Warmind cells and Wither Horde / Anarchy to block off doors. Whenever the suppressor orbs become active, check if the far left bomb is glowing yellow. If it is, that means there's a bomb that'll spawn there. Shoot your Anarchy or Wither Horde at Taniks and run through the suppressor circles like you would normally. If the left bomb was active, you need to get an enemy to finisher range on top of the far right bomb. Here's where our finisher glitch comes in. Whenever you join allies, the 2 inner bombs will despawn. This leaves you to deal with the far left and far right bombs. When you're holding a bomb and you join allies, that bomb will also despawn. The reason why we stand on the far right bomb is because you can finish an enemy, then grab the bomb to despawn it, leaving us to only deal with the far left bomb. You'll teleport to the back of the room and just barely have enough time to run over to the far left bomb. There's one thing you can do with this bomb, and that's guess the correct box. You could technically despawn this bomb too if you set up for it earlier, but you need the bomb to even progress the encounter. If you never guess the bombs, you'll never finish. Yes, guessing for every bomb is very tedious and will for sure be time consuming because of incorrect guesses, but it is possible. Now, all of that was assuming that the far left bomb spawned. On the rounds where the far left bomb does not spawn, you need to suppress Taniks, bank your suppressor buff, then pick up Operator, who is hopefully on the right side. Using Operator, shoot the far right panel. This will stop the bomb from spawning there and spawn the other two bombs, which will both be in the middle. Go as fast as you can to pick up the middle right bomb and bank it to the close right box. Quickly turn around to grab the mid left bomb and deposit it in one of the boxes. Remember, the box diagonal to the correct one will always be wrong, so 50-50 it with the other two. All of that is a full rotation. Next, just repeat that until all bombs have been used up. Keep in mind, if you finish a glitch while holding your suppressor buff, you'll have to pick it up again off of another enemy in the next rotation. I know this is a very messy encounter, and I probably got something wrong or explained it poorly, so if you have any input, suggestions, or questions, feel free to comment down below. I read all my comments, so I'll try and reply if you do. Taniks is surprisingly the easiest part of the raid to solo. Whenever you shoot at him, all your damage will be immune, but if you deal damage while you're dead, he will actually take that damage. This is great because you can just throw a Nova Bomb or shoot a rocket at him and then jump off the map. This won't do a whole lot of damage, so you have to wait around for a lot of supers. I mean hours even with max intellect. That's just the trade-off for having such an easy encounter. Make sure you don't kill him before starting the encounter or else you'll soft lock yourself and won't be able to start the encounter. You can check his health using Darcy. If you look through the scope, this part will tell you just how much health he has. Get it low, about 5% or less, then start the encounter. Because you've dealt the normal amount of damage to put him in Final Stand, he will spawn in already in Final Stand. You need to deal that extra bit of damage while he's teleporting around, or else you'll have to restart. He only teleports 6 times, so you have to be quick. A great weapon for this is Izanagi's Burden for high burst damage, or you could also use a few rockets or even your super again. Once that's done, congratulations, you've soloed the entire Deep Stone Crypt. If you're actually able to pull this off, 1, you're crazy, and 2, you deserve a cookie. This video took me weeks to research and create, so if you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to become the biggest Destiny channel ever, and I can only do that with your support. Thank you all for watching. I'm Marshix, and I'll see you next time.